Are you hungry?
Give me something good.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Görgött. Today we're making a watermelon and feta salad with some pickled red onions and some Greek basil. So it's not really cooking, it's a bit of prep and then mixing together. We'll make a dressing, we'll make the pickling, but today is not cooking. But it's a salad that goes really well now in summer. It's refreshing, it's light, everything you need for a summer dish. So before we have a look, please, as always, don't forget to click the subscribe button. Check the little bell icon to get updates when new episodes come online. And as you know by now, it's not twice a week, it's only once a week. But let's have a look what we have here. We have our Tropea onion. It's like a red onion, but it's a bit milder. Comes from Italy. We have some Greek basil. It's smaller, as you can see. It's also a bit more intense. We have a piece of feta. We have a nice watermelon. And then we have some different stuff to make our kind of dressing. We have two different vinegars, a white wine and an apple cider, and two different oil, a grape seed and olive oil. Let's start with the onion, because that needs some pickling. So for the pickled Tropea onion, we just want slices. Not too thin, but not too thick either. This is perfect, that thickness. I want to pickle this in a sweet pickle. So it's 1 part vinegar, 1 part sugar, 1 part water. But you can mix and match as you like. But to me, that's about the right mix for a sweet pickle. Just put all of this in a bowl. And then we'll put our pickle juice that are already mixed just over it. And then we'll let that stand. And next up, we'll have to prep our watermelon. Well, basically just peel it and cut it down into smaller cubes. You can do this whichever way you feel comfortable doing it. It's all about kind of splitting it up into manageable pieces. And now either you can try to cut the meat out of that one, or you split it another time. And now it's quite easy. You just go in. Because you don't want to lose too much of the watermelon kind of meat. And we can try it to see if it's nice. Because that's the thing as well with melon and watermelon in general. Perfect. You never really know until you open it and taste it. Now what we do is just to cut it into manageable pieces. Like that pretty much. So there we are. I'm only using half of the watermelon because that's enough. I'll use the other half tomorrow. Put it in a bowl like that. And the next thing we'll need to do is just to cut up the feta. Similar size as to the watermelon. I'm normally not a huge feta lover, but I think in a salad like this, it's perfect. It gives this nice saltiness, a bit of texture. So there we are, our watermelon, our feta. Now let's mix together the vinaigrette, and then we just need to add the red onions. Now with dressings, there's only one thing you need to know, and that's it's always double oil to vinegar. So if I use 1 deciliter of vinegar, it's 2 deciliters of oil. And if you can remember that, you can make millions of different variations, and you can make your favorite dressing kind of made to your personal tastes. But I'm using a mix today, so we have some cider vinegar. About a good teaspoon of that. And we do the same with white wine. Like that. And for the oil part, I use half a neutral oil. and half olive oil. And I will whisk this together. Let's get a spoon so we can taste it. Perfect. That's a good base. A little bit of pepper. A little bit of salt. And I like to have a bit of lemon juice in there as well. So a squeeze of lemon juice. We'll mix that again. And the goal is to kind of get an emulsion of the vinegar and the olive oil. As you can see, it was see-through before, and now it's homogeneous, kind of milky dressing. Perfect. And I will put that all together. The watermelon, the feta, the pickled onions, the dressing, and some nice Greek basil. We take our onions. I'm not going to need all of it. I'll keep some for tomorrow for the rest of the watermelon. Like that. Our dressing. And our basil. If you don't find this Greek basil, you can use normal basil or any other kind of herb you like. I made this with dill, it's quite nice as well. And now, as always, the best mixing utensils are your hands, so just get in there and kind of carefully lift it, because you don't want to break your watermelon. And just make sure that you kind of get all of the dressing all over each watermelon piece and each feta piece. And then you can always try one. Perfect. Now let's plate it up. Here as well, we'll use our hands. Try to get a good mix of everything. Enough feta, enough watermelon, enough onion. So that's a pretty good starter portion. And we'll put some fresh basil on top of it as well. And there you go. No cooking involved and a great salad. Let's give it a try. So as you can see, it was a really easy salad. And there's probably thousands of watermelon and feta or watermelon and mozzarella recipes out there. But what I think makes this a little bit special is the addition of the pickled onions, and they really add kind of a nice zing to it. So try the pickled onion now. Make sure we get a little bit of everything on the plate, on the fork. It's sweet, it's salty. You have the different texture. The watermelon, you kind of almost a bit floury. Then you have the almost a little bit rubbery texture of the feta, and the really crunchy texture of the onion. It's very good. The basil adds a nice kind of flavor to the whole thing. As you saw, it's really easy to make this. And if you didn't know it before, now you also have the perfect kind of recipe for salad dressings. You remember, it's 1 to 2. So 1 part vinegar to 2 parts of oil. And if you know that, you can mix and match as you like, and you will have a great base, at least for your salad dressings. But that's it for this time. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up, click the like button below, and do please leave a comment. Let me know what you thought of the episode, because I mean, if I don't know what you think, I cannot improve. And also, if you haven't done so yet, click the subscribe button. And now that's really it. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye-bye.